All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Tim here. He just landed his first IT job after taking course careers. And this is going to be more of a conversation just to give you guys a little bit of a, I guess, review of the course. And here we go. Introduce yourself, Tim. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. What's up? Thank you so much for bringing me on. I'm Tim. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm here with my wife. I'm married, and I've
Oh,
been
wow.
in work in general
Mm,
for since I've come out of college in 2020,
mm.
pretty much. And then from there, got all the way already here. So I'd love to talk about how we got here.
Yeah.
It's been a journey, but
Mm.
I'm excited to be here specifically. So we all good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just say thank you for allowing me to even have this because I was like real scared to have this interview and you'd be like, "Hey, do you mind being on camera?" So I appreciate you, taking the time out your day. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So here we go. First question: what made you get into IT? Like, how did you discover the course and things of that nature? Like, where was you at in life that made you like want to get into course careers and say, "Hey, I want to go from making, I guess, this job or whatever your previous situation was." Like, what made you decide to buy the course careers IT program?
For sure. So previously I was I'm gonna call it a regular call center job.
Mm,
Pretty natural. It was more account management, if I could be honest. It was
mm.
more account management and I was able to leverage that, but we can talk about that a little bit later.
Okay, okay.
But I saw your video. Actually, it's funny. It was October 27th, closer to when you actually posted it, and you
Mm,
were talking about how you got two offers for a job
mm,
then, and I was like, I was just interested, but
mm.
most of the time I am super not into courses myself. So
Yeah.
I'm actually a lot more surprised that I was even like inclined to even do so.
Mm,
But you did say, do some research, I got it, you go check it out. And I checked it out. I
mm,
wanted to see what was going on.
mm.
It helped that Josh had a YouTube.
Yeah.
So I looked on his YouTube and a lot of his stuff was like helpful for me to see what he was actually about.
Mm.
And then after it was October, November 1st was when I bought the
Oh, wow.
um
Okay. So it didn't take you that
yeah.
much time to kind of like make a decision. And that's what I was trying to emphasize in the video. Like, I don't want people to feel pressured. Oh, get the course. Because it's like I'm just telling people how I got into IT and giving them
hmm
my experience. And, I was fortunate enough to get two opportunities after I finished in a short amount of time. Usually it takes around like 6 months to a year to be able to pivot like that from an unrelated field. So I guess my next question is, did you have professional IT experience before, or you didn't have any experience?
Nah, well, no, I had no actual previous job that was in IT
Mm,
specifically.
mm,
But from what I've seen, especially in the course,
mm.
I pretty much when I bought the course and I finished it out, I did the course twice.
Mm,
After I had done it twice, I kind of like saw how it paired with what I was currently doing
mm,
and other jobs that I've done before. And when we got to, the little resume section, I
mm.
was able to sauce it up to make it
Finesse
look
it.
like
Hmm.
I can do things, although I was doing them. A
Mm,
lot of the times when you're in rhythm of doing your job,
mm.
you're kind of like McDonald's, you're not really thinking
Yeah,
about it, but you're like burger fry, burger fry, burger fries.
you got like
And
a
then like,
routine.
oh, you're a cook, bro. And
Mm.
you're like I'm a low tier cook. I'm like they have but like no, if you actually applied yourself and
You're a
like
cook.
looked into
Mm,
doing stuff, you could actually, do a whole cake if you wanted to,
mm.
unrelated, but but that's how I
No,
saw
that's the
my
mindset to
previous experience
have.
to it.
That's
Yeah.
the mindset I'll be telling people to have as well, because it's like a lot of people don't think they have transferable skills that they can use from like an internship or from previous job experience that might be totally unrelated. Because I come from a dance background, but I'm used to teaching people how to dance. That's customer, service right there, because you're talking to different people you've never met before, and that's a soft skill that's highly recommended and sought out for in that tech industry. So I had to leverage that as well. And me even being able to talk to you like this, and this is the first time we're talking, is again customer service, and that's what you leverage in the job experience as well. And I'm gonna ask you about your interview in a second, but we're gonna hold that thought, okay? I guess, do you have a degree, like college? Did you do the college?
Yeah, so I do have a degree. It's the
Mm,
only reason I'm in Tennessee.
mm,
I'm originally from Atlanta,
mm,
and I went to Belmont University. It's fairly public
What did
So
you major in?
funnily enough, I majored in music business,
Oh
but
wow.
yeah, but I emphasize in business because at the time I wanted to be in the business side. I wanted to either be an artist manager or AR or something of that nature. And I actually had a job lined up. Um, and then COVID hit, and then
Oh yeah, that
yeah,
was a
they kind of
terrible
cut
time.
all of that. So there was the internship that I had, like I did, they were no longer hiring because they were going fully remote, and it kind of killed the whole thing. So like everything else was like no one else was hiring. It was supposed to be Warner Brothers this, and it was they're not hiring. It
You
was
had a wow. You had Warner
bro,
Brothers hit you up.
bro.
That's
It was Warner
crazy.
Brothers because they're like so Nashville in itself is Music City. So there's Warner Brothers, there's IBM, all of those people are right there. Like just little offices for different sections and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. And it kind of threw me. I was like, "Oh,
Wow, that's sick,
okay,
man. Do you like?
yeah."
Do you feel like you kind of missed out on it a little bit, like, or like?
I'm not gonna lie. Given what's going on, I'm cool.
He said,
You know what
"I'm
I mean?
good."
It's too vitriol for everything I want to do in life personally. It kind of just I was like, I think this was a blessing in disguise that it didn't go the way that it was. But like, you spend the time that you're there to get to this angle. But the plus side was it was a business degree. So I was able to transfer that to like, oh, I can go here. And then I ended up being a fleet manager
Okay.
for a trucking company. So
Oh wow.
it kind of worked, but it was like, dang, I wanted to go here,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. That's sick. And I wish I had the balls to go to college. I didn't do it, man. I walked in the first day and I was like, hell no, because I was gonna go to college. I got accepted full scholarship into FIT, Fashion Institute
Hmm.
of Technology. And I was going for film and photography because at the time I was really into like cinematography and making movies. I used to shoot a lot of music videos just to like get money at the time because I didn't have working papers. I didn't have a job. I was like 17, so it was hard to get a
Right.
job with no experience. But now I'm here. I made
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
work.
yeah.
I'm in IT, so that's awesome,
It's
man.
cool.
That's dope. But I'm glad you found your way. You know, I guess my next question is, let me see. I have it here. I'm just looking really blind right now. How
Oh,
long
good.
did it take you? How long did it take you to complete the course and find the job?
So if we're being technical, I completed the course in 2 weeks.
Oh wow, that's
So from
fast.
November for yeah, but it was fast. Like when I got off work, I get off work and take care of my house duties, and then I would just like usually I play the game, but then I kind of like
Shifted
cut
your
playing the
focus.
game and then did this. That was like you never really know how many hours a day you're like doing like your hobby. Like gaming is my hobby, but like you never really know how many hours you're doing it until like you shift your focus to something else, and you're like, oh. I could knock so
A
much
few
stuff
things
out.
out, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
All
So
right, let me
it
ask you
kind of
one
like,
question. Let me interrupt
what's
you real
up?
quick. What
Yeah,
game
yeah,
was
yeah.
you playing?
Oh, just in general?
Yeah, what game
So
was you
I just
playing?
built a PC. So I
Okay,
kind
okay,
of
okay.
play,
Off to a good
yeah.
start.
So I play a few games. So I just built it to test out Cyberpunk. So I'm replaying Cyberpunk
Okay, okay,
2077.
okay.
But I've been playing Marvel Rivals a lot lately.
Okay,
But
okay. See, that's
yeah, but
justifiable. If
then,
you were playing anything
yeah.
else, I would have been like, you need to sell your PC. Nah, I'm just playing.
Nah, you good, yeah.
Okay.
But to answer your first question, I think it was so it took me 2 weeks to finish, and then I did it again just for the labs and stuff, just so that I could get that acclimated, so that when I was speaking to an interviewer, for example, it wasn't like I completed it and I just completed it just to say so.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
just
oh,
have a
here's my
cert.
certificate. Yeah, you know what I mean? So a lot of times they're going to ask, like, how did you do those projects? What did you do? And so on and so forth. So I pretty much wanted to, embody that, get that in my mind so that I did it twice. So by the end of that month of November, I took the final. And then December 3rd, I remember because it was my family member's birthday. So it was December 3rd that I got my results back and I passed. Put the cert on LinkedIn and on my resume, built my resume up, and then I started applying. December the 16th was when I got a job.
Wow,
Yes.
that's faster than me.
Yeah.
That's faster
So
than
it
me.
was actually excuse me, that I'm wrong. It was when I got my interview. I got the job last week.
Okay.
Closer to
Congrats,
last week.
man.
So, yeah,
Congrats.
appreciate you.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
So, okay, cool. Great intersection to get into the interview. So, what was your interview process like? Did you like have 30 rounds, 2 rounds, 1 round? Like, how was that whole process like?
So I was only interviewed by two jobs
Mm.
at the same time,
Oh, wow.
hilariously enough.
Mm.
So I scheduled it that way because I was off. So, I'm usually off Sundays and Mondays for my previous job.
Mm.
So most jobs are open Monday through Friday. So I set it up for that Monday. So one was in the morning, and those questions were so for that first job, it was for an IT admin job,
Oh, wow.
and that was not a team. It was the director of IT,
Mm.
and then it would have been me.
Mm.
And I didn't have a problem with it. I
Mm.
think if anything, I interviewed just fine.
Mm.
I think more than anything, he wanted. I don't know how I passed through whatever sifting thing
Mm.
that they had going on, like the online thing where they sift through the resume. But I passed through, but got the interview. Interview went great. A lot of
Mm.
it was like, do you know about DNS or blah, 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 everything, details and everything of that nature.
Mm.
Um, but after that, I was like, okay, so the interview was cool. He just you know, asked me about you. That's the first thing they all ask,
Yeah, tell me
tell me
about
about
yourself. That's
yourself.
like the hardest
And
question.
so I created and that's a big tip that like my wife had given me. So she kind of told me make it a script
Mm.
about yourself,
Exactly.
because nobody knows better. Nobody's know you better than you do.
Mm.
But like they're kind of like they're skimming over the resume, but you're gonna pretty much want to go like, my name is Tim. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm da 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 da. I went to here,
Mm.
and then that's how I got to this job, and then that's how it pieces. And a lot of the times when you're detailing the job you're at, I
Mm.
pretty much detailed how the job entailed with the current job I'm like, applying for, so that
Mm.
it would make sense. So that's pretty much how that worked out for me
Mm.
with applying for that. But that was the first job.
Mm.
I did not get a call back. You asked for multiple rounds. That was just one round,
Mm.
and it was just him. And like he ghosted me pretty much.
Yeah,
He didn't tell me I didn't
that's
got
a
it.
common thing that happens, but you
Yeah,
gotta like fight through it. So, okay, you said you had another one, right? You had two. All right, so
yeah,
tell
that's
me
the
that was the one
one.
that you landed, correct? Okay,
Hmm.
nice. So what was that like?
Yeah.
Did you feel like an energy difference? Like, did you know that you was gonna get this job? Because usually you have a feeling. Um, I don't know. You answer it.
So the second one was more. I'm gonna tell you a moment I felt like I got the job. So this was a two-rounder. So the first one was like a screening call,
Mm.
and then I did fine through there. So I think that was with the hiring manager, and then the second one was with the manager, who's my manager now,
Nice.
and her.
Mm.
So it was with them, and then it was just him.
Mm.
The second part was him just like basically he wasn't grilling me, but more so trying to make sure I actually
Knew your
knew
stuff. Mm.
anything. Yeah. And then he walked me through some scenarios. And that was like
Yeah.
very helpful because Josh, like in the course, he talks about that,
Mm-hmm.
some scenarios that'll pop up. And like, in my prep, I was like, oh,
You
yeah,
know
yeah. And
this.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I know this stuff. And that helped a lot. So, I'm
Mm.
pretty sure that was what like really clicked for, my manager.
Mm.
Another thing, I think he was trying to like, make it real nice, like vibe wise, make it
Yeah.
real human like. So he was like, how do you like your pizza? And do you like,
He was
yeah,
testing
and do
your
you
soft
like
skills.
pineapple on it?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was testing
yeah,
your
yeah,
soft skills. They ask like
yeah,
funny questions like that to kind of throw you off and see how you
yeah,
react. But that's a soft
yeah,
skills question. That's
yeah.
good. That's amazing, bro. But
But
again,
yeah.
congrats on that, bro. I'm like over the moon for you, man. And you got the job rather quickly, and you haven't started yet,
Oh,
right?
I start at the top of the year. Yeah,
Okay,
next month.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome. Do you mind me asking like a ballpark of like your salary, or you don't want me to like give me an
Oh,
estimate?
so it's honestly it's within that range that Josh had. So
Okay,
that 40 to
that 40 to like
55K.
60.
So I'm in that
Okay.
median. So
Mm.
and I could tell you it's closer to 47. So that
Whoosh. I
yeah.
like that for
But
you.
it's just yeah, it's pretty
Mm.
it's good for me.
Mm.
It's
That's what
cool.
I'm
It's
saying. For an
intro.
entry
I
level
don't
job, that's really good. You know what I'm saying? And is it
yeah,
remote?
fully remote.
Fully?
They just sent all
I'm
the
done.
stuff 2 days ago, bro. Bro, I gotta tell you, man.
I'm telling you.
Personally, I gotta let you know.
Hmm.
I'm super grateful
Hmm.
because like I don't know how your video popped up. Well, no, I do know.
Let's hear it.
I've been watching your YouTube videos,
Hmm.
mainly your TikToks. when you're
With the
playing
Joy
Call of Duty
Cons.
with the Switch. Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
And I've been watching those. Like, oh, cool, yeah. So then I think you did a switch up, and I was like, I saw it, and I was like, hey, I was already in the middle of like not currently. The only reason that was I was really like against my current job, and this isn't like too enticing, but it was just the distance. It was an hour there and an
Yeah,
hour back.
it's not
It was
convenient. You know what I mean?
it was
I
killing me.
understand that 1,000%, and that's how I felt too. When I was working my dance job, even though it's like I can get there for like $2, $3 because I'm in New York and the train is very convenient. It's just like the commute sometimes when it's super cold out. Like right now, it's like 20, 17 degrees in New York. It was just very annoying. And then like being at home, being able to grab a snack and do other things on the side while you're doing a job, and being around your family too. You know that helps a lot, and it makes you, I guess, appreciate the situation a lot more than having to get up every day and go over to another job. So that's amazing, man. Congratulations again.
I appreciate it.
I guess my next question for you is, what was the most valuable part of the course for you, like when you took the program?
That's a good question.
Like, would you
I
say the
guess
projects or like the
it was a
resume,
project.
the projects,
GitHub.
GitHub?
Yeah. Yeah, so I will tell you the projects that was in that second half, he asked a lot of questions about like one of the projects I did.
Mm,
And I kind of and the projects I did them based off of what most jobs were looking for, like
mm,
someone having the knowledge of,
mm,
and that was like the main thing I was focusing on. So those were the projects I had, and I have up to three on there just
mm.
so that for space purposes. But
Okay.
yeah, that was yeah. The projects were probably the most important,
Mm,
especially doing the labs and doing it practically. Because I'm a visual learner, so
mm,
doing it and seeing someone do it. Because I watched through the video of him doing it, and then like I would do it with him, and then I would do it by myself.
mm,
So that was like one session, like watching it through, doing it with him, and then doing it by myself without looking,
mm.
like with
I
him
did the
doing it, and
same
then like
thing. So you did it
yeah,
multiple times to kind of like really get it in your head. Yeah, so that you can
yeah,
feel confident
yeah.
when you speak about it. That probably what
hmm
helped you a lot in the interviews because you said they took you through scenarios, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
different scenarios. So
Even
like different
Josh,
questions about it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, even Josh recommends that you do it multiple times, and I emphasize that on the video that you said where I had two job offers. I always say like I did the course like probably 3, 4 times just to make sure like I really had the information. So that's good. We're gonna about like wrap this up now. I said what was this? I'm looking at this question. I cannot read it. Okay. What's one advice you would give someone who wants to take the IT course program, like for someone who doesn't have experience or just don't know, like, if they want to pursue it or not? Like, what made you, like, I guess, shoot your shot and just take a chance? Because it's all a chance at the end of the day.
It is. I would say hmm, my best advice for somebody that actually wants to do this is you would actually I mean, find out what your why is and then
Mm,
keep that.
mm,
Like that was my why was like I want to be home with my wife personally. And
mm.
like being an hour distance, that was a personal thing that made me go, I can't do this.
That's
And
commendable,
it
man.
was yeah, because I get home and like she'll want to go do something and I'm like, I'm tired, bro. Like
Yeah.
and like if it's traffic, it's like an hour and a half.
Mm,
Like it's gas and stuff, but
yeah.
at the same time I think that was another big thing. And another thing
Mm,
that I saw in your video, you were talking about, I look like this when you were talking about
yeah.
I got these jobs and like I
Yeah, I
got
had blue
yes,
hair,
I got the hair,
tattoos. I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
literally did not look anything like this. Mm.
Mine's was like I have locks.
Yeah, I see
So
him.
like, yeah, so I was really like, man, do I need to cut them? Like that was just a me thing.
Hmm.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
If the job's for you, it's going to be for you.
exactly.
If they want you to cut your hair
It's
or
not for
anything,
you.
this is just for it's not for you.
And
You
you're
don't
probably
need to
going to be
be
in an
somewhere getting your hair
environment
cut.
that's like micromanaged and you're not going to want to be in there. It's just not worth
No.
it. So I'm glad that you brought that up because a lot of people think like that. And that was like one of the purposes of that video. Like a lot of people think, oh, because I have this background, I'm from here, I look like this, and I won't be able to get the job. It's like, no, if you can convince somebody that you're equipped to do the job, that's all that matters. And that you're a decent human being, that's all that matters. And then that'll heighten your chances of being able to get hired. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people who are very talented, but they either got really crappy personalities because there's a lot of people that get interviews, like a lot of interviews, but they can't land a job. And that's like, your resume is good. It's something you're doing inside of the interview that's making you fall short. And a lot of people are quick to point fingers and say, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. There's a lot of things. The job market is not the best. I'm not trying to disregard that, but we got to look at ourselves as well, So I'm glad you brought that up as well. And I guess my last and final question is, like, where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years in IT? Do you plan on like getting more certs, being more like DevOps, software engineer? I don't know. Like, what is your plans?
Oh, not the software engineer part. I'm not really a coder. No,
No, I
I'm
feel
not gonna
that. It's
lie.
difficult.
I'm
It's
not a
difficult.
coder. I've seen it. I'm like, man, for people who's blessed in that, you got it, bro. I'm gonna try it myself, but on the path itself, I'm thinking about doing more. Like, if I'm going to get more search, probably like a CompTIA A+ or whatever, or maybe even cybersecurity, and maybe try
Nice.
that as well. Really wanted to see how this job goes, and then kind of like blossom that way and see. I've been kind of really following that like path that Josh created, and I really liked seeing that actually had like the range. He's like,
Yeah, and
next
it's like
thing you're
now
gonna
you
look
trust
up, you're
him
gonna go
now,
here.
because you got a
Yeah,
job through his course. It just makes sense. I was thinking of
yeah,
that too. Like I've been jumping around. I'm currently doing like Linux. I don't know if you know what that is. I'm assuming
I
you
do.
do. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing a Linux course at the moment, and it's interesting to say the least. Been doing it for a few months, almost a year now. So we're like approaching the end of it. Um, but I always keep my eyes open for like other opportunities, things that will resonate with me as well. And that's good. I would say soak it all in and take your time. You look like you know what you're doing. You have a good head on your shoulders. And again, congratulations. Thank you for taking the time to do this. Do this with me. This is my first time, so I was actually kind of sweating a little bit, but it's okay.
Oh no, it's all good. Yeah, it's
You
all
know what I
good,
mean?
man.
But
Yeah.
thank you again. Do you have any like last words? Any words of wisdom for the people?
I mean, hey, just if you want to change your life, I'm not a really like a big person on like, oh, do what I did,
Mm,
because I feel like I got lucky. I'm not gonna lie.
mm,
The job market is
it's
bad,
bad.
but I feel like at best, put your best foot forward always and stay consistent.
Mm.
That's all I can say.
And ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, the words of Tim. All right. Well, if you guys like this video, leave a comment, type job ready 2025 in the comments. And ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. We're done.